Good morning. It's Thursday, September 15th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the foundation sets this morning, sets 1 through 9. I have a little bit of something to say about this morning. Hang on. And we're going to get started right away. I don't want to use my hands, so yeah. After class this morning, and as part of class today, part of class right now, I'm going to give the sets facing the camera and then turn around. One of the difficulties with this, when we move to the left side and the right side, so the first 3 sets I normally do facing you, so you can see me. We don't have to turn one side to another. Once I turn around, you're following me, which is the easiest way, to practice the exercise. Now, that assumes that you were in class, you have seen the videos that I've previously done, where I show the front side. Alright, so the other part of that is if I face you all the time, okay, I'm facing the camera, 2 things happen. One is that you have to reverse whatever it is I'm doing, because I'm the mirror. You're not following me anymore, you're doing something different than what I'm doing. So if I'm going to my right side, you're going to your left side. If I'm going to the left side, you're going to the right side. When I call out left side, right side, if I'm trying to be the mirror, I have to reverse it for myself. I don't like that. I tried. I tried. Didn't work. It didn't work. It feels wrong. And it caused some difficulties for me in how I practice and how I pay attention to what it is that I'm doing. So, no, didn't work. That's the conundrum. That's the, well, yeah, but we need to be able to see it. But yeah, okay. So, my solution for today, each of the exercises I'm going to give separately. So, we'll talk about first exercise, we're going to do it. I'm going to talk about second exercise, we're going to do it. And I'm only going to talk a little bit. Right? A little bit. Not that much. After class today, I'm going to make some recordings. Some additional recordings that I'm going to archive just for this question. And so, thank you for the question. The exercises, each one, individually, front, back, left, right. So you can see clearly what the exercise is and how I'm doing it today. Alright, let's get started. First set, begin at extreme emptiness. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. Open the ming in the center of the back. Drop the hip. Pull up through the center here. Pull up through the crown of the head. Open the arms. Wiggle the fingers. We do this same kind of basic standing, let go of all of the tension. At the very beginning of all of my classes, with that outward circle, that basic stretch that we do, this is the same kind of thing. You want the Yunchuan and the ball of the foot to pull up, set the heel down, pull up through the arch of the foot, bend the knee just a little bit so that the hip can bend just a little bit. The result of that is the Ming Men in the lower back is open, the Jiaji in the center back is open, and the Yujin at the base of the skull can be open. Pull up through the Bai Hui, down the Renjung, middle tan tian, lower tan tian, and circle again. The Bai Hui and the Hui Yin. Hui Yin at the base of the pelvis, Bai Hui at the crown of the skull, face each other, so straight. Right? No, 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 yes. Right? That idea of as straight as you can, pull everything in and pull up through the spine. Support your body. Feet about shoulder width apart. Ladies, right hand on the outside, gentlemen, left hand on the outside. And I'm going to go through this again, but the idea here is that we are different. We are. The way that the chi circulates in my body is not the same, it's not identical, to the way that the chi is going to circulate in a male. It's, no. Left hand on the outside. Ladies, right hand on the outside. And breathe in. Breathe out. Sink, bend the knees. Breathe in. Connect both lao in the palms with the lower tan tian and the middle tan tian as you breathe in and out. Lower tan tian and come up to the middle tan tian. Tip of the tongue stays next to the roof of the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last time. And breathe out. Breathe in. And separate. Press down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Take a break for just a second. Think about what we just did with the idea that this repeats. This hands separate, down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. This repeats every exercise. At the end of every set, we do this same series. Okay? That is part of the connection between. So we're finishing one, we can immediately start another. We can stop. We can repeat what we just did. Multiple opportunities there. And yes, I am also checking my connections over here. All right. The stop at the end gives us an opportunity to reposition ourselves and to connect to the next exercise. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one and I'm going to start another one. And what's the next one? In this case, it's pushing the mountain. So we have, in this case, palms up as the hands come up. First finger pulls back slightly. Okay, so no, 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 yes. This is fine. This is fine. This is not. Okay? No. No, too much. What we're looking for is that the lao should be open as we push out, that sense of actually pushing a mountain. As we pull in, the focus changes to the middle finger, the heart channel, to pull in through both sides of the chest, into the middle tian, and return to the lower tian. Back stays straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Open the hip, bend the knee, pull up through the torso as you bend. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Sink the breath. Open the lower back. Pull in through the center, through the front. As you press out, pull up through the crown of the head. Pull up through the huiyin. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the breath full and continuous. Connect the movement and the breath. Pull in. Press down. Breathe. 2 more. Last time. Pull in. Palms turn over, hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Relax, breathe in. Breathe out. As we move into the next set, as we move into the next set, there are a couple things to pay attention to. I'm going to turn to the side here. And as we practice, we want to focus on those things that are, I'm going to say, more correct. Okay? So, let's say I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, and I find that, well, that's a little bit off. Do I keep paying attention to that only, or do I change to what is correct? I have those options. I have that option. For today, pay more attention to what is correct. Okay? So we want to focus on cultivating those things that are positive, the good, the more correct stuff. The negative things, pay attention to be aware of it, but don't let it stop you. Okay? So, for instance, in this set, we're going to go up and down, and we want the back to be straight. Let's say the back isn't quite straight, the hip's not quite open. Don't focus so much on that. Focus on where it is correct. So perhaps the arms are correct. Perhaps the foot position is correct. Focus on that for today. All right, In set 3, Wild Goose Flying, notice where my arms are. Okay? Not here. Here. Right? From this angle, arms should be level. They should be even when they come up, right? It shouldn't be, it's not here, right? Both arms together. But the appearance here is that I'm going directly to both sides. I am, but not back here. Here. What that does is two things. The inner part of the chest, this inside here, is curved inward. Slightly. Slightly. Very slightly. Just a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. Okay? The back is curved in the same manner, right? So this goes this way, and this comes around to the outside like you've got a jacket that you're putting over your shoulders. That kind of thing. It's not a lot. It's a little tiny bit. So, no, little bit. You will feel it as if you take your arms straight out to both sides. Straight out to both sides. This is where I'm saying not to go. Straight out to both sides. And then pay attention to your shoulders. Move your arms forward about a ½ inch. Just, I'm saying, little tiny bit. Little tiny bit. You'll feel the difference. That roundedness is what we want in this set and in the next set. Diagonal flying. Wild Goose Flying, feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands separate, up along both sides. Sink down to the knees. Open the arms. And down. Bend the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the hip. Keep the back straight. Pull up through the center. And smile. It helps you to relax. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Open the back. Breathe out. Pull in and up through the center. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Palms up. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in one more time. And breathe out. All right, check on something. Hang on just a second. Sorry about that. The practice that we're using this morning, this one-by-one practice, and I apologize for the distraction there. This one-by-one practice is something that at some point we need to pay attention to. So here we are. If we can't practice one set, right? The next set isn't going to go any easier, right? Now, there are some things in practice that each of us will find easier than others. You'll have an affinity for this particular move. I don't really like that move, but I can do it. I do like this move, and I can do it really well. That affinity, what you like, what you don't like, shows in your movements, and you will find that there are some of these exercises that you may feel more comfortable with or less comfortable with. Okay? Whichever it is, practice anyway. Practice to take that comfort from this exercise and move it over to this other one so that you begin to develop a more comprehensive way of moving. You're still going to have the preference. You're still going to, yeah, I like this, no, I don't like this. You're still going to have that. But developing the skill to take that flavor, to take that energy, to take that idea behind, I like this, and move it over to something else that you're doing, that you should be doing. Yeah, you need to pay attention to this, to help develop that part of our mental discipline, that mind and thoughtful use of the intent, use of our thoughts, use of the mind to help guide and direct our practice is something that we want to cultivate. All right. For this morning, diagonal flying, I am going to mirror you. All right? I talked about this at the beginning, and I've got a couple of things that we're working on this morning. I've got a couple of things that I'm going to do after class. For right now, diagonal flying, and you're going to go to your left, I'm going to go to my right. That way. Palms up, breathe in. Palms down, breathe out. Shift. Open. And down. Come up to center. Press down. Other side. I'm on my left, you're on your right. And come to center. Open. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the back. Keep the body centered through the supporting leg. So try not to shift too much of your weight to the other leg. So my supporting leg right now is on my right. You're on your left. That right leg takes the weight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax through the upper back as the arms move. Less effort through the arms, more effort through the back. Smile. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open and close. Sink. Come to center. Two more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Center, palms up, press down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in, breathe out. All right, for this morning's class, and I'm going to talk about two things real quick. One, the smile. It gives us the ability to relax. So if you smile, you cannot keep, it's really hard to keep tension. If you're smiling about something, it's really hard to be tense and keep, oh, I gotta do this, right? Nervous, whatever is going on. If you're smiling, everything relaxes. We want that. Forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back. Hang on. Okay. The second thing I was going to say, the effort that we make in the exercise, this I was talking about this before. Positive, this is good, this is not good, where am I, what am I doing? As we're asking ourselves that, as we're going through practice to do that. I said focus on what's positive. Okay? So that, what did I do that was mostly correct? What was I doing that was in harmony with? Right? And the last thing that I'm going to say, and this is going to be the last set that we're going to do this morning. So I said at the beginning, this is why I'm facing the camera right now. Said at the beginning that I was going to do this. I'm going to, once I get finished with class this morning, like right now, I am going to make these recordings, and I'm going to have them posted maybe later today if all goes well. So the recording that I'm talking about is sets, all of the sets in the foundation group, first 9, in each direction. So I'm not going to go for the corners this time. All right, facing the camera, not facing left side, right side. So that will be available, and you'll be able to see what's going on with my hands in all of the sets. The difficulty, and I'm talking about this today because we're doing it, the difficulty in stopping and starting, right? So I start, I do this, I'm going to explain this, right? The benefit to that is that as you begin to understand what we're really doing, you can understand what we're really doing. The downside is that I'm talking. We're not practicing. We're not doing the exercises. So, how do I balance that? What do I do here? My solution is what we're doing today. So there will be, and I'm going to tag this specifically as I'm facing the camera in some manner or another, so you can see what's going on. And other times, the majority, we're going to practice, and what we do in practice is the only thing that I'm going to talk about. So the actual, here's this movement, I'm going to record that. It'll be available as reference. When we're in class, there will be some times that I will show that movement again in context of what we're doing in class. There may be those times when we're here to practice, this is what we're doing, here we're going to go practice, keep going. Those sets also, I think, should be flagged, so that if you're looking for a class to pay attention to this one exercise, that would be available. If you're looking for a class that's going to be, here's the full set, here's a 30-ish minute series for practice today, that you can find that. Okay? That's work on that. Something to do today. All right. Last set for this morning. Feet about shoulder width apart. Palms supporting heaven. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm just marking this right now. We're going to start in a minute. Palms press up. And I'm going to left, right, center. This is the one that caused me so much trouble that I said, nah, I can't do this facing the camera. From here, I should turn to the left first, not to the right. So my facing the camera for this is a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? The next set, push, pretty much the same on each side. So changing sides, not a problem. And that's true for all of the remaining sets. This one is a problem. All right? So, what we're going to do, I'm going to go slowly, pay attention again to what I'm doing, and then I'm going to turn around and we will do this set. Okay? So, breathe in. Pay attention to what's going on. This is the same as for everything else, right? Breathe in, breathe out. Now breathe in, palms up. Drop the elbows, turn the wrists, press up. Keep turning the hands as you press up. So not here, here. This shape, more or less, between the two hands at about the same distance. Okay? So my palms are up. This is the shape that I want my hands in. And I'm looking through that middle. As I start the turn, palms face each other and stay facing each other as I bring my arms down. The first two connect to the upper dantian. The second two middle tian. The last one, lower tian. So return to the lower tian. Right, so just watch. Press up, turn, connect to the middle tian, and return to the lower tian. Palms turn over, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? Last set for this morning. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Sink, breathe in, breathe out. Press up. Left, right, center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Open the back, turn through the waist, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Two more, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Last time, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. All right. This regulation of the breath is, I'm going to cycle my breath, breathe in, breathe out. At the end of the exercises, returns me to normal. It returns me to a state of before I started my practice. So while I'm practicing, I should be focused very much, particularly for Qigong, I should be very much focused inside. What are my thoughts? What am I thinking about? What am I doing? Regulating the breath is one of the ways in which we develop the skill to regulate the mind. So that breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. That connection makes all the difference in our ability to regulate everything else. We connect that through our practice. At the end of practice, when we stop and regulate the breath a couple of times, we're letting, I'm gonna put my toys away. I'm gonna let go of that particular focus. I'm going to let that rest, and I'm going to return to where I started. I'm going to close my practice, and I'm going to go away feeling better, right? But I'm going to finish my practice. Practice is done. Now I'm going to go on and do something else. I'm going to come back to practice later, again, another time. For today, stop here. that is what that last, stay there, breathe in, breathe out. I give that usually 2 times at the very end. Could be 3. That cycle of the breath is fundamentally, if you're a kid, put your toys away after you play with them. Alright, I will be back tomorrow with the advanced sets, 10 through 18. I have said this a couple of times today, I'm going to say it again real quick. I'm going to record all 9 of these sets in a few minutes, facing different directions, so that you will be able to see each of the movements from each side. Thank you for being here this morning. I really appreciate that question. It's got me to get busy and get this done. I've been thinking about it, now it's time to get it done. Again, tomorrow, advanced sets, 10 through 18. Next week, Bagua 8 palm changes. We start walking the circle. Join me. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it.